Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first Hunger Games of Round 44. Today, I bring you 36 contestants, all competing for the grand prize of 100 credits. And if you'll look down over here, oh so clearly, is yours truly. So I plan to win it. But other than that, let's pick our top three. Who should we go with? We gotta go with Nico just for the mask. Stereophonic for the crown. And Rick G. Let's proceed. The Bloodbath is a tribute stand on the podium the horn sounds. Jebediah severely injures Sauce Complex, but puts her out of her misery. Oh wow, for what? Usually people spare. Jebediah come out the gate swinging. Muslim King runs away from the cornucopia. El Guapo finds a canteen full of water. Code runs away from the cornucopia. Devex runs away from the cornucopia. God damn. Nico sets off an explosive, killing Daffy Duck, Sed Nudes, and Rick G. Damn. Well, R.I.P. Rick G for one of our choices. Taken out by one of our other choices. Let's go. Jesus, you guys just... Usually at the start, it's so simple. You guys usually just run away, but... Godfather repeatedly stabs Ekatite to death with size. The captain runs away from the cornucopia. Muslim Prince severely injures Jigur, but puts her out of her misery. God, y'all just... Talk about a bloodbath. That's the first ever actual bloodbath I think I've ever seen. Usually everyone just runs away. Bundem runs away from the cornucopia. Oni kills Kaori for his supplies. You know what? Honestly, Clay, you deserve that. You're a fuck. Also, hi, Clay. Kaori Karu finds a bow, some arrows, and a quiver. Stereophonic runs away from the cornucopia. Drum Street runs away from the cornucopia. That one's also a fuck, but I like this one. Basic Reality clutches a first aid kit and runs away. Satan's B-mate runs away from the cornucopia. Fag runs away from the cornucopia. Rim Reaper runs away from the cornucopia. Tornado grabs a backpack, not realizing it's empty. Backpack? Backpack? I don't know what I said. We're gonna glaze past that. Notorious runs away from the cornucopia. Geordie Shore runs away from the cornucopia. Honestly, I usually shit on the people running, but at this rate, I think that's best. Pinful Army, Stax, and Hulk work together to gather as many supplies as possible. Shitstain runs away from the cornucopia. Kantu runs away from the cornucopia. Dub runs away from the cornucopia. Jervan Tadabi runs away from the cornucopia. Alk runs away from the cornucopia. Not gonna lie. I know I just said like 2 seconds ago that I was in this, but I already forgot. Look at me. I hope I do well. Day 1. Notorious receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Karu ambushes Code and kills her. The captain, El Guapo, and Jervan Tadavi hunt for other tributes. Satan's B-mate dies from thirst. Brother, you're supposed to eat and drink before this. How did you die on day 1? Poor guy. Hulk runs away from Shitstain. Jump Street sets off an explosive, killing Rim Reaper. Geordie Shore poisons Basic Reality's drink, but mistakes it for his own and dies. Oh, Geordie, how could you go out that way? Your own poison? Jebediah repeatedly stabs Binful Army with a parasite. Oh, that's just too beautiful. Muslim Prince overhears Nico and Stereophonic talking in the distance. But he stays away because, he needs his Muslim King to direct him first. Kantu and Oni work together for the day. Alk steals from Dub while he isn't looking. Dub, I'm gonna need you to give me that. Bundem collects fruit from a tree. Styx thinks about home, and how he's possibly never gonna see it again, all because he wanted 100 credits. Muslim King constructs a shack. I mean, he's gotta build his temple, come on now. Devex sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Fag sprains her ankle while running away from Godfather. And Tornado receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. 12 cannon shots for day 1. Night 1, Jebediah and Fag hold hands. And we all know what leads to, after hand-holding, snap necks. It's not what you guys were thinking, was it? That's usually what happens. Styx goes to sleep. Nico tries to treat his infection. Poor man was picking berries and got cut by those thorns. Godfather receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. Karu and Muslim King talk about the tributes still alive. Bundem destroys Devex supplies while he is asleep. Though, I mean, you should have taken that chance to just, Guapo tries to sing himself to sleep. And he has a beautiful voice. You guys should have heard it. Hulk, the captain, Kantu, and Tornado sleep in shifts. Oni tries to sing herself to sleep. And let's just say we had to turn the cameras off of them for the night, for totally other reasons. Dub cries himself to sleep. After losing to me, I would do the same. Muslim Prince thinks about winning and how juicy those 100 credits would be. Gervonta quietly hums. Chastain tends to stereophonics wounds. Let's go. Come on, you. As they say, leave a stain, remain. Man will be remembered forever. Basic reality and Alk run into each other and decide a truce for the night. See, even reality itself doesn't fight me. We just agree to have a truce and be friendly to one another. Notorious receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. And Jump Street thinks about winning, whilst I'm also rooting for his downfall. Also, hi Jump. Day 2. Muslim Prince receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Gervonta Dante and Basic Reality hunt for other tributes. Jump Street stalks Tornado. He does that a lot. He likes to, watch and lurk in people's windows and whatnot. Fag defeats Muslim King in a fight, but spares her life. Oni diverts Notorious's attention and runs away. Jebediah is the smart one. Jebediah sprains his ankle while running away from Alk. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna touch you a little. Just a little. Just enough. Just enough, I probably can't say that, but I said it, so I said what I said. Hulk tends to Chassain's wounds. Karu was picked by thorns while picking berries. Kantu explores the arena. DevX makes a slingshot. Godfather, Stereophonic, Bundum, and Nico hunt further tributes. Honestly, my money's on Nico. I just love that mask. Aguapo discovers a cave. Good place to bunker down in. Dub thinks about home. Styx collects fruit from a tree. Ooh, that's a rare one. I hope they're tasty fruit. We didn't see it. We just got told by other contestants that they found fruit. The captain makes a wooden spear. No cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 1 was so bloody. Or day 1. Night 2. Gervonta sets a fire but stays hidden. Sees a fire but stays hidden. DevX cries himself to sleep. God, you guys must have rough conditions if you're crying yourself to sleep every night. Kanto receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Notorious stays awake all night. Chastain attempts to start a fire but is unsuccessful. Dub, Jebediah, the captain, and El Guapo tell each other ghost stories to lighten the mood. Something tells me Jebediah and Dub's about to take out Captain and El Guapo. Godfather starts a fire. Hulk and Stereophonic run into each other and decide a truce for the night. Fag quietly hums. Oni and Muslim King hold hands. Alk receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. You guys better worry. The furry's out with a hatchet. Jump Street kills Basic Reality with a sickle. He wasn't having any of reality's bullcrap. Bundum and Tornado sleep in shifts. Karu defeats Muslim Prince in a fight, but spares his life. Nico tries to sing himself to sleep. His voice is okay. He's not winning any pageants, but he's doing alright. And Styx questions his sanity and why he ever decided to do this. Day 3. Alk fishes. El Guapo fishes. Do they fish together? Mm-hmm. The captain travels to higher ground. Good for scouting out the area and looking for resources. Styx and Jebediah hunt for other tributes. Bundum receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Muslim King makes a slingshot. Karu overhears Stereophonic and Muslim Prince talking in the distance. And God, this guy's name gets me every time. Gervonta travels to higher ground. Sorry, man, but that name, it just messes with me. I want to switch the things around. Nico practices his archery. DevX and Oni hunt for other tributes. Godfather, Dub, Shitstain, and Tornado raid Kantu's camp while she is hunting. Poor guy's ganging up on Kantu like that. Come on. And Jump Street, bro's just picking flowers. He's completely done with it. He's like, Alk's got my back. He's not gonna let me die. I'm gonna let him die. Notorious overhears Hulk and Fag talking in the distance. One cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Night 3. Oh, Bundum, that's just brutal. God, Bundum throws a knife into Alk's chest. Oh, it hurts. I'm bleeding out. Hose down, everybody. Muslim Prince and Karu sleeps in shifts. Stereophonic quietly hums. Oni cooks her food before putting out her fire. Tornado cooks her food before putting out her fire. Hulk receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Gervonta screams for help, but no one's listening. Dub convinces Muslim King not to kill him, only to kill her instead. See, Dub, you got that dog in you. El Guapo defeats Devex in a fight, but spares his life. God, I can still feel the knife wound in my chest. Jump Street loses sight of where she is. Probably because it's dark and they're an idiot, but you know, I didn't say that. Fag tries to treat her infection. Cantu is awoken by nightmares. Probably about me, hint hint nudge nudge. Godfather tries to sing herself to sleep. Nico stays awake all night. Styx stays awake all night. Notorious tends to the captain's wounds. And Jebediah overpowers Shitstain, killing her. God, Jebediah is on a massacre. Day 4. Styx, Devex, Stereophonic, and Cantu raid Fag's camp while she is hunting. Muslim Prince, Jebediah, and Dub hunt for other tributes. That's a pretty spicy lineup. El Guapo receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. Gervonta Dave overhears Jump Street and Tornado talking in the distance. Bundem sprains his ankle while running away from Notorious. See, that's what you get, Bundem. I hope you tripped down something or swept away by a dramatic event. Godfather begs Oni to kill her. She refuses, keeping Godfather alive. Oh, twist. Karu receives explosives from an unknown sponsor. Nico is pricked by thorns while picking berries. Hulk is pricked by thorns while also picking berries. Probably because they were running away from one another. And the captain, well, brother went out by stepping on a landmine. You gotta RIP in the RIP in the chat for our captain. 4 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Ow, Bundem, really? A knife to the chest? You couldn't even make it ceremonious? Night 4. Styx dies of dysentery. That water he found was definitely not clean. Godfather receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Yes, Cantu! Cantu tracks down and kills Bundem. I have been avenged. Let's go. Fag destroys Hulk supplies while he is asleep. Gervonta Dave and Dub sleep in shifts. Tornado questions her sanity. Karu cannot handle the circumstances and commits suicide. Nico and Jebediah tell stories about themselves to each other. Likely of how much murdering they've been doing, because honestly, if we check the stats, I think these two probably have the highest kill so far. El Guapo and Oni run each other for the night and decide a truce. Stereophonics receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. And Notorious, having stayed up 2 nights, passes out from exhaustion. Devex starts a fire, planning to cook some food, but will it cook him instead? And Jump Street receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. And Muslim Prince looks at the night sky, our beautifully pre-generated night sky that is totally fake but looks amazing. Day 5. Dub receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Hulk searches for firewood. El Guapo sprains his ankle while running away from Stereophonic. Devex trap kills Gervonta Dave. Let me paint you a picture. It was a fully spring-loaded rock tied to a tree in a pulley system that Devex was behind. All he had to do was let go of the rope, the rock came down, and splat. It was epic. You guys should have seen it. Nico receives medical supplies from an unknown sponsor. Muslim Prince, Jebediah, Notorious, Tornado, and Cantu hunt for other tributes. Fag constructs a shack. Godfather shoots a poisonous dart into Oni's neck, slowly killing her. And Jump Street, well, bro was picking flowers, exploring the arena. Bro's got that MC freaking plot armor going on right now. 5 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. Night 5. Godfather, Cantu, and Dubs discuss the game and what might happen in the morning. Hopefully we get a nice spicy event. And Jump Street receives clean water from an unknown sponsor. You know, I'm starting to think about what that chat said, and if you win this Jump Street, especially after winning the raffle you said you didn't want to win, oh, that would just be the creme de cake, you know? Notorious El Guapo and Stereophonics discuss the game and what might happen in the morning. We're gonna go with a little British, or not British, probably more Scottish, I don't know. Tornado, Devex, Fag, Hulk, and Jebediah sleep in shifts. Perfect chance to jump one another, I'm just saying. Nico looks at the night sky. Honestly, Nico still got my full pick. Muslim Prince receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Day 6. Notorious sprains her ankle while running away from Stereophonic. Hulk, Jebediah, Godfather, and El Guapo raid Fag's camp while he's hunting. He must be damn good to get raided twice. Or for other reasons. Mm. Tornado sees smoke rising in the distance, but decides not to investigate. Nico searches for a water source. Jumpstreet, Kantu, Devex, and Dub hunt for other tributes. Honestly, this is a team I could see teaming up in the actual game. And Muslim Prince dies trying to escape the arena. R.I.P. The only death, too. I'm going to check everyone's stats. Let's see. We got 3 kills on Jebediah, 3 kills on Nico, and the others only have 1. Night 6. Tornado, Devex, and Nico cheerfully sing songs together, convinced that they're gonna make it. Fag falls into a frozen lake and drowns. R.I.P. Hulk thinks about winning. Dub loses sight of where he is. Kantu receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. And Stereophonic sets up camp for the night. Oh god, Jumpstreet and Jebediah sleep in shifts. We all know what's about to happen to one of these two. El Guapo begs for Godfather to kill him. She refuses, keeping El Guapo alive. I mean, that's just easy money. You should have went for it. And Notorious, after having passed out from exhaustion, not learning his lesson, stays awake all night again. The feast, the cornucopias replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs for the tribute's families. Hulk gathers as much food into a bag as he can before fleeing. Aw, come on. Jebediah falls into a pit and dies. That ain't right. Come on. You gotta give these boys better deaths. Notorious sets off an explosive, killing Jumpstreet and Kantu at the same time. Oh, how poetic. Oh, you just... If you guys will know, Notorious is notorious for entering my raffles. And of course, we all know what these two are. And just them killing each other off is just, mwah, chef's kiss. El Guapo decides not to go to the feast. Nico attacks Dev X, but Stereophonic protects him, killing Nico. No! Stereophonic, what have you done? Wow. That means Stereophonic's our last pick to be alive. Oh, wait, no. That was the different crowned guy. I think we might have lost all of our top 3. Ooh, Dub throws a knife into Godfather's head. Ooh, brutal. I think I would have preferred the knife in the head than the chest, because the chest is just personal. You didn't have to do me like that, Bundan. And Tornado gathers as much food into a bag as she can before fleeing. Day 7. Looks like we're getting down to our nitty and our gritty. El Guapo, Stereophonic, Dub, and Hulk hunt for other tributes. Yeah, no, I don't think any of my top 3 are here anymore. I do like El Guapo's mask, though. Tornado and Notorious split up to search for resources. And Devex tries to spearfish with a trident. R.I.P. Jumpstreet, your plot armor didn't get you that far, buddy. Night 7. El Guapo unknowingly eats toxic berries. Damn it, it's like every time I give someone my seal, they die. Devex defeats Tornado in a fight, but spares her life. Stereophonic thinks about home. Nope. Notorious repeatedly stabs Hulk to death with a pair of sais. And Dub cries himself to sleep again, because he's scared and he doesn't know what to do. He's just surviving. He might be even thriving. Oh, look at Dub. He's a nice guy. He doesn't want to be here. He doesn't want to be all violent. Dub tends to Notorious's wounds. Even in the top 5, brother has a soul. You gotta respect it. Tornado goes hunting. Devex and Stereophonic hunt further tributes. 2 cannon shots can be heard in the distance. 9, 8. 9? What the hell am I? Night 8. Dev receives a hatchet from an unknown sponsor. Stereophonic, dead set on winning. Tornado also receives fresh food from an unknown sponsor. And Dub pushes Notorious off a cliff during a knife fight. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Honestly, Dub, I think that was deserved after what he did. Day 9. Stereophonic and Devex work together for the day. Tornado, they're completely unconcerned. They're just picking flowers. Honestly, I think those are my favorite, when people just pick flowers and build shacks. It's amazing. And Dub is pricked by thorns while picking berries, which we have found out is not particularly fatal. But it could lead to an infection. I think. 1 cannon shot can be heard in the distance. Night 9. Stereophonic climbs a tree to rest. Oh god, is he gonna fall on someone? Devex kills Dub as he tries to run. No, Dev, what have you done? No! No, you weren't supposed to do that. Honestly, guys, I was silently rooting for Dub after all that. The pacifist route, you know? Damn. And Tornado dies while trying to escape the arena. Our defenses are absolute, comrade. There is no escaping the arena. And no escaping your fate. That means we have DevX and Stereophonic. If Stereophonic falls out of a tree and kills DevX, oh my god, that'd be amazing. Day 10. DevX poisons Stereophonic's drink, and he drinks it and dies, which means the winner is DevX from District 9. Congratulations. Holy crap, that was an awesome. I don't think I've seen such a well-structured Hunger Games in a minute. That was awesome. Who had the most kills? I'm curious. A little summary. Notorious had the most kills. Well, everyone, I hope you did enjoy, and I will see you in the next one.